Hi and welcome back to You and Me Equals 3. If you are new to this channel, hello, I'm Vesta. In this video, I'm going to show you a green pea recipe that you can prepare for your baby who is now learning to eat solid food. And to begin, I first have to say, if you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. On this channel, I help you as a first-time mom create healthy meal ideas that you can prepare for your baby who is now learning to eat solid food. So if this sounds interesting to you and you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And also, everything that I prepare or everything that you see in this video will be in the description box below. So with that being said, let's get right into today's recipe. To begin, I have some stock here. I have some organic grounded beef. I have green peas, and I have 3 green peas because I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can prepare this peas for your baby. And then I have some sweet potato that I have steamed for 15 minutes. And I have some chicken breast that is from last night. So yeah. Oh, lest I forget, we will need some butter. And then to puree everything, we will need a hand mixer. And this is the one that I have, and the container that comes with it. So I'm now going to move you to the burner area. So I'm going to start with the sweet potato and the green peas. So I have my pot on my burner and I'm going to turn that on to medium. And I'm going to take half a teaspoon of butter and put it in here. Okay, we will add the chickpeas to it. This is a very quick recipe. It shows you that you don't have to go to the store and buy baby food. You can make everything yourself at home. So this is just some frozen green peas. So all I did was just run some hot water on it, and I just cooked the sweet potato. I steamed the sweet potato, and I would just let this saute a little bit. So we wait for it to saute a bit. Okay, so this is sauteing now. It's been a minute and I'm going to add the sweet potato to it. Give it a quick stir. And this is it. It's just a 3-ingredient recipe. You need a little bit of butter, you need a sweet potato, and the chickpeas. That's it. So this is good for, I don't think there is any vegetarian babies out there, but in case there is one, this is a perfect vegetarian meal for your baby. Now I'm going to add in the stock. And for the stock, I'm going to take 1/4 of a cup, okay? 1/4 of a cup. Take it off the heat and just pour it on. Let this come to a boil just for 1 minute. So this boiled for 1 minute. I'm going to put the lid on and it's done. We will then transfer it into, oh, I forgot to turn off my burner. I'll cut that off. So now it is done, and all we will do is just transfer it into the mixing bowl and let it cool down a bit, and then we will puree this. So for the second recipe, I have my pot once again, and my burner is turned on, and I'm going to put once again half a teaspoon of butter. I'm going to add the grounded beef right away. And we are going to cook this for a while until it's not pink anymore. You know, when your baby starts eating solid food, if you normally, most pediatrician, they advise you start at 6 months, but it depends. Some babies are ready to eat at 4 months. For example, my son was ready to eat at 4 months. My daughter was ready to eat at 6 months. So, but when you start at 4 months, you have to start feeding the baby one ingredient at a time, meaning you just make sweet potato, you puree that, you give it to the baby. You just make green peas, you puree that, you give it to the baby. You just make carrot, like that. And as you introduce the food to the baby, gradually you start adding onto it. So you would then do, for example, from 6 months you can do the meat and the peas. You can do the sweet potato and the peas. You can do a sweet potato with, let's say, zucchini, for example, and so on. But when it comes to onion, I don't introduce onion to my kids until they are 8 months. Okay, now I'm going to add the peas to it. I introduce onion starting from 8 months because from 8 months I have already like gradually added, I'm already doing like 4 ingredients in the meal. And you do this in order to be able to track when allergy happens, you know, then you can easily tell that, okay, this is what I gave my baby and this is definitely what is causing the allergy. So that is the reason behind preparing a few ingredients at a time. So we have added the peas to this, and I'm going to add again 1/4 cup of stock to it. One-fourth cup. So I'm sure you've noticed already there is no salt in here. My stock has a little bit of salt in it, flavor, and I mentioned in one of my blog posts, and I think in my video I will link it down below, that when you are cooking for you and your baby, when you make meals that you will take a portion of and blend it for your baby, you should put as little salt as possible, because a baby at that age cannot handle a lot of salt. It's very bad for the kidney, and I don't think you want to do that damage to your precious baby. So what I advise in my spaghetti bolognese recipe, you can either cook the spaghetti different. I mean, your babies cook it totally in a different water with no salt, and then you cook yours in a different pot as well. And as far as the sauce goes, you can always put the salt in at the end when the sauce is done and you have already taken the baby's portion out. So we are going to let this cook for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes it should be done, because it's just the meat. The meat is pink. The meat isn't pink anymore, and the peas were already parboiled and frozen. So yeah, in 2 minutes we will check this. Okay, so we actually cooked this for 5 minutes. Checked at 2 minutes, the meat was a little bit too hard. So at 5 minutes, it is perfect. And we are going to let this, we'll take it off our burner. I gave it a taste, the meat is done. And we will let it cool, and I will show you when I puree it. Okay, so now it has cooled down, the green peas and the sweet potato, and we are going to mix it. Okay, so it is pureed now, And this is the consistency. I will show you when I pour it into a container, okay, or in a bowl. So now our peas and grounded meat has cooled down a bit, and I'm going to mix it just like I did with the first one. So do this carefully so it doesn't spit in your eye, because I've had it happen to me before. So this is done as well, and I will show you once again when I pour it in a bowl, and I'm going to move you towards the burner for us to do the last peas recipe, and that will be it. And now for our last peas recipe, we are going to do the chicken breast and the green peas. So as we've done previous times, we are going to take half a teaspoon of butter again. You can make this in bulk and freeze them, and whenever you want to feed it to your baby, you take it out of the freezer, thaw it out and heat it up, and you're ready to go. Now I will add the chicken breast to it. Saute it for a minute or two, because the chicken breast is already cooked. Add in the green peas. Give it all a stir. From 8 months upwards, I do put onions in my baby food, meaning from 8 months I will add like a little bit of spring onions to this, like half a teaspoon, and give it more flavor. Okay, I'm going to add my other 1/4 cup. Take it off the burner, add the stock. Put it back on. Let it just simmer for a minute or so. So now we take it off the heat, we put the lid on, let it sit here for another minute and cool down, and I will show you the way we puree it again. So the chicken breast and the peas have cooled a little bit, and we are going to mix it like we did with the other two. This is also done, nice and creamy. And we will pour it into a container. This is the consistency. So this is all three, and I just want to show you the consistency. So this is the green peas with the sweet potato, and this is perfect for a 6-month-old. Okay, it tastes really good. I don't know which one is my favorite. All of them taste amazing. Let me know in the comment section if you do prepare this at home. I'm sure you give it a taste yourself. So let me know which one is your favorite, because I cannot choose which one is my favorite. And this is the peas with the grounded meat. It's also, the consistency is the same. It's also very delicious. And then we have our last one, the peas and the chicken breast, which is also amazing. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you give it a try. And I'm doing this kind of videos to prove to you as a new mom that you do not have to go to the store to buy any baby food. I mean, there is nothing wrong with buying baby food from the store, but it is so easy to make it at home, and you save so much money doing it, and you know exactly what you're feeding your baby. So why not give it a try? Thank you once again, and I hope to see you in my next one. Make sure you hit the like button if this video was helpful, and take care. Bye.